Guys, I'm going to do something no crypto YouTube has ever done before. I'm going to tell you you're going to get 1000x gains from this video. There has absolutely never been a video ever that has said something like this, but this is going to be the first one ever, and it's also going to be the only one that's ever delivered it. If you've been browsing around crypto YouTube asking yourself, which video can I trust? You need to look at this video right here, because if you don't know any better, if you did not know, if you've been hiding under a rock, most people know me as the most woke, empty house business, crypto fad advice guy with a great body, was also family friendly, extremely PG, and I've become world famous by being the world's #1 fastest orange eating champion in the Florida tri-state area. Part of being this important of a person is being extremely rich, and I've become extremely rich by picking microcap coins that make me a lot of money. And in this video, jokes aside, not really, I'm in a yuck mood today, I'm going to show you how to find the best coins in crypto and analyze them for yourself before people spot them, and without having to rely on influencers to point their dick in whatever direction they want you to so they can dump on you. That also being said, if you ever need help knowing where to point your dick, you could follow me on Twitter, because my calls, they rock. If you got into Altura, for example, you're at like an 8x right now, or D-Race, or Future Poker, or Donkey. The list is endless. You should follow me there. My calls are... All right, so let's get into this. The thing you gotta understand is most people really struggle to make money. And this applies to crypto for the same reason it applies in other areas of life. They don't know how to focus in a certain way that allows them to master something. And if you don't master something, you can't make money, period. You have to be good at what you do, and you have to be knowledgeable and master what you do to make money. This is extremely important. You might not know this, but I have done quite well in business. And the #1 thing that stopped me from being successful, and the thing that made me very successful with a company that's done incredibly well, is focus and understanding how to only focus on one thing at one time. And when you focus on one thing at one time, you get good at it. You understand it deeply. Thus, you master it. Thus, when you master it, you can perform better than other people and catch things that other people aren't going to catch, which in crypto is catching things early. So the reason why most people struggle at crypto is they apply the same shitty metaphor that they have in their normal life to crypto, which is try to do everything and be good at everything all at once. See, the problem with this is when you invest like this, you're, one, not going to catch anything early because you don't understand anything super well. A lot of people think when you're trying to catch crypto gems, what you want to do is you look at the entire market. That's like sitting in a room with 500 different doors. And each door releases a specific type of animal. This one releases tigers, this one releases penguins, this one releases horses, and trying to judge which one of these is a purebred in its respective niche. Now, this is going to be impossible to do, because let's just say we have a bunch of other animals right here. Let's say we got lions, bears, and let's say we got ADA investors, because that's a whole different other breed of animal right there. When you are trying to master this many type of animals at once, you're not going to know anything about each animal because there's just too much information. So most cryptos are sitting right here and they have all this information flying at them, and they don't know anything about it, so they can't catch opportunities early. And so what you end up trying to do is trying to go and make money by predicting which one of the top 100 coins is going to pump. Now, in a bull run, this is not that hard to do if you watch human behavior and what people are doing. That being said, you're not going to make life-changing gains either. Even if you caught DOT after its initial run-up from the bear market, which was about right here, you're only sitting at like a 6x gain tops. Okay, not even that. Okay? Everybody that made all the money this bull run, they bought back here. And everybody that made ungodly amounts of money this bull run, they did what I'm about to show you. See, the smartest people in crypto don't sit around and try and watch every door all at once. They just watch one door. For example, people that just watched NFTs for years in crypto, they just sat there and watched NFTs. They made tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars this bull run. People that sat around and just watched ADA for years, just watched the ADA door, they made tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars this bull run. This applies to any other thing ever. The thing you need to understand is there's about 1 billion different niches in crypto. There's insurance, there's yield farming, there's going to be real estate, there's smart contracts. There are smart contract systems exclusively on ADA, Ethereum, Polygon. The list is literally endless. The way you make money in this space is by mastering just one of those niches. For example, if you just mastered DOT, okay, just the DOT ecosystem, not something big and sexy like NFTs, just the DOT ecosystem. And you just sat here watching the DOT door, and all you did was understand that door. You didn't understand anything else. You would have caught Kusama. You would have caught Fala. you would have caught Moonriver. For example, I have an acquaintance on Twitter. His name is Donnie Big Bags. All he does is watch DOT. He's like a DOT freak. He knows everything about it. He called everything super duper early and made a ton of money. How can you do this? Well, it's because when you are a horse expert and all you do is look at horses all day, you just sit around looking at horses. You read magazines about horses, you talk to breeders of horses, you spend all your time at the horse track, you're going to be able to pick a good horse when it comes to the door. You're not going to be able to pick a good penguin, you're not going to be able to pick a good tiger, you're not going to be able to pick a good bear, and you just, when you see an ADA person come to that door, you run for the hills, all right? You cover yourself in your own poo and hope that he doesn't come close to you. I'd sooner spend a week locked in a room with Pee Wee Herman than even spending a minute with those people. That being said, if all you do is watch horses, you're going to be able to pick the good horse. The end. And you only need to pick a few good horses to make a lot of money in crypto. And so what you need to stop doing is trying to look at everything all at once. What has worked exceptionally well for me, for example, is I only really invest in gaming crypto. I know what's going on generally throughout the rest of the market. I can tell you a bit about DeFi, but I cannot tell you anything deep about what's happening in the ecosystems of any of these coins. I can't tell you anything deep that's happening with them. I can't look at a new protocol that pops up in these coins. I can't look at the team. I can't look at the people behind it. I can't look at the community. I can't tell you whether it's a good horse or not confidently. Why? Because I just don't know. But for example, in gaming crypto, because I only invest in that and I've researched an extensive amount of video game marketing, I've made my own games, I go out every single day and I just look at gaming crypto Twitter. Anytime I'm talking or networking or going in Discords, I'm talking to gaming cryptos or people investing in gaming cryptos. Every single day, I'm talking to new projects that haven't even launched a coin yet, are just working on their development of their game. They haven't launched any NFTs yet. When I'm going through and I'm looking at what's about to launch, what's coming out, I know every single launchpad owner. I know all the big names in the space. I know the top founders. So for example, how did I get in Illuvium super early? I was going and digging through crypto gaming. Nobody wanted to touch Illuvium. No one was even looking at it. The reason why I invested in Illuvium is because I predicted that 3D games that were based around Pokemon-like dynamics where you could trade NFT Pokemon were going to be huge. That's why I invested in the project. How did I find out about that? What I'm telling you right now. And so when I'm going and looking at gaming cryptos every single day, I can tell you if a game's going to probably be good or bad or has a chance to do a large return, or at least give myself the best advantage possible, because all I do is look at horses. All I do is look at gaming cryptos. All I do is talk to founders, and I see the patterns behind a good team, good development, good art, good promotion, marketing, all the way down the line. And I'm able to talk to all the communities, talk to all the Discords, and get a good general vibe about things way before they happen. Just like, for example, that guy I mentioned with DOT. He was able to see all these projects way before they happened because all he did was hang out and look at DOT. Because of that, it was very easy for him to recognize an opportunity. And so the way you actually go and make a ton of money in crypto, in my opinion, is you do just that. If you look at all the people, the best example is NFTs. The people that watch NFTs, all they had to do, it was actually not even that hard. All you had to do was just even be looking at NFTs in 2020 and know what you're looking at. So these people, when they were looking at NFTs all in 2020, when nobody was looking at it, they just going and invested in CryptoPunks, the stupid rock things, one-to-one artists that were the top artists on the spaces. And how did they find all these things? Well, they just looked at it for a long time. And then when NFTs took off, how did they keep making good investments? For example, if you look at Pranksy on Twitter, he's made ungodly amounts of money, caught literally every single trend. How did they get areas of prominence and also catch all these investments super early? Well, they've just been looking at it forever. All these people, did these people probably make money in other types of cryptos? Yes, but nowhere near the amount of money they made in NFTs. Why? Because they just sat there for a literal year when no one was talking about something and watched the NFT door. So what should you do? In crypto right now, there's going to be 1,000 emerging markets: insurance, lending, yield farming. The list is endless. Gaming crypto, the Cardano ecosystem, the AVAX ecosystem. If you just watched the AVAX ecosystem or you were an AVAX expert, you would have made millions of dollars just the last 2 months. But you didn't because you aren't an expert in anything. And so what you should do, look at the emerging markets that you are interested in. Find something you're interested in. I love video games. I love video game art. So I'm just entrenched in that market because I know in the next 5 years, it's going to take over the entire world. Crypto is going to change real estate. It's going to change insurance. It's going to change legal. If you're a lawyer right now, for example, look at everything that applies to legal stuff in crypto. And then say where are the problems at, and get to know the teams, get to know the people behind them, get to know the lawyers and the legal departments and everything that's going through all these things. And say, okay, these people had a lot of experience doing this and they have a good crypto team over here. Combine that knowledge together to become an expert in one area and then just invest in that area. Are you going to miss that 2x Cardano pump? Probably. Are you going to miss that next golden NFT project? You probably are. But the only way to consistently make money in crypto is to be able to catch things early. And the only way to consistently catch things early is be able to recognize things early. You're not going to be able to guess. And by the time some influencer or someone on Twitter is hinting at it, it's too damn late. I hate this type of investing right here. The way I invest right now is I find low caps in projects I think are going to be huge 6 months, 1 year from now, regardless of the market conditions. Gaming crypto is going to take over the world regardless of what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is irrelevant to it in the long term. Short term, Bitcoin is very relevant to it. However, if you're playing in these top 100 coins, even the top 200, you're probably not going to make a good 50, 100x. And the only way to make money at this point in these things is to hold a lot of money in it. And sure, Cardano could go to $8 to $10, but the only way you're going to make life-changing money from that is if you're holding a life-changing amount of money inside of Cardano, like 50% of your life savings. That's risky. Okay. If you go and actually understand a space, you can invest small amounts and make those huge returns. For example, if you got into certain gaming projects like Axie early on, you're at a 200, 300, 400x. Or for example, I have a good friend and the only thing he does is look at XRP. And because of that, he caught every single drop, every single thing early. He's made a phenomenal amount of money in XRP. He caught all the drops of the Flare network and everything else that's coming that way. And he knows about everything so far in advance. Why? Because the dude just literally watches XRP. He doesn't do anything else or look at anything else. And he just looks at XRP all damn day. And he knows things about it I can't even fathom. Because of that, he's caught literally everything early. And he's made so much money doing it. And if you were looking at all the projects in gaming crypto back then, it was really kind of obvious that Axie was going to do that. If you're looking at all the projects in NFTs back then, it was pretty obvious CryptoPunks and the NFTs in those spaces were going to do well because they were the only thing that was there. And on top of that, there was enough time to gain knowledge that when the market started taking off, you could predict what was going to pump. Everybody that was here from CryptoPunks at $15,000, this includes Gary Vee, Mark Cuban, myself, people that got in early based on influences got in early. We didn't even know what we were looking at until recently. Then there's people that were in CryptoPunks when they're at $100 and knew exactly what they were looking at right away. That's how you do it. So that's the video for today, guys. I just want to make something that was useful that I think is by far the best way to invest in crypto if you want to make life-changing money. I don't know any other way to do it because every single person I know has made tens of millions or even hundreds of millions of dollars. This is what they did. They were investing heavily in the bear market and they were looking at one or two spaces that they deeply got. And this is how they did it. And this is how I've done very well the past few months and this year. And every huge, massive investment return I've gone, it was using this strategy and not my wing-ding, let's like throw things and guess what's going to pump next strategy. That's again why, if you look at my portfolio, it is 90% gaming crypto. That's how I find my gems. That's how I think you should find your gems. And if you don't master a specific space, you won't be able to recognize gems. It's just that damn simple. There's too much going on in crypto to be able to pick gems across multiple niches consistently. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work. And that's all there is to it. So if you want to see what I'm looking at a little bit early and maybe get hints from me, follow me at Becker on Twitter. I leave little riddles to what I'm investing in. I never outright say what I'm investing in because it will pump it. But if you're smart, you'll find those things early and make some really good ROIs. That's it. I got nothing else to say. I'll catch you next time.